Hey, so I'm here with my client Whitney, and she came to me about, I don't know, how long has it been? 7 years?
Yeah.
About 7 years ago, she came to our facility, and she was suffering from back pain. She had also gained some weight, and she needed to get out of that pain. And so I'm just going to ask her some questions so you can understand her story, where she's been. She can share her experience, strength, and hope, and hopefully help you get out of pain as well. And we know back pain can be debilitating, can be depressing, it can cause a lot of issues in your work and health and happiness. So hopefully we can help you by just sharing her story. So Whitney, if you can remember when you first started, because a lot of times people forget the pain, when you came to us, you were suffering from low back pain.
Correct. So before I came to work with you, it felt like the back came on suddenly, but I don't know if I was just so disconnected from my body that I didn't really notice it until it just became unbearable. Before I moved to the same state, I was at home, I'd be in my apartment, and I really noticed the pain when I was going through the moving process. So I had to pack up my house, get stuff on cabinets and stuff that were up high, and realizing that I couldn't even do that without help, that's what solidified this might be a real problem. I think I was very disconnected from my body. I didn't really notice how much pain I was in until then. And I had to have my brother come help me move. I was having trouble sleeping at night, and I couldn't understand what was going on or what to do about it. I'd never had back pain before, so it was shocking to me.
Now, do you remember specifically what happened that caused the back pain? Was it just the moving?
So for me, I had gained a lot of weight in a small period of time, and I hadn't been working out. So I became really immobile, and I'm not sure if there was any one incident. I don't remember anything acute happening, but it was just, I think, a combination of I've gained a lot of weight pretty suddenly, and I haven't been working out. I haven't been moving, and I was an athlete. I'm used to moving, being fit and healthy, and that wasn't my reality. And I think that's when I was like, I need to start taking better care of my body, and I need someone to help me get out of pain.
And so how is it that you found us? Like what was it that caused you to come in and work with us?
So I actually have been hearing a lot about what you guys do, and I heard a lot of great testimonials. My parents specifically, they on more than one occasion tried to encourage me to come in, not force me, but I really think these people can help you. They've done a lot for me, and I was very dismissive. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I think part of it was my ego. I'm an athlete. I can do this myself. I can, take care of this. And sure enough, I tried and I couldn't do it. And I think one of the things that I realized, actually, I think seeing you guys helped me realize in retrospect, was my idea was, okay, I'm going to lose weight, and dropping this weight, I know that that's going to help my joints. I should feel better. But it's like, I couldn't even lose weight because I was in pain. So I finally got to that point of desperation where I decided to just come in for an assessment, and I was open-minded to see, okay, maybe someone can help me with this problem, because I've tried to solve it myself and I don't want to be in pain anymore. So I was humbled in that sense, and then became open and, willing to see what you guys had to offer.
Awesome. Do you remember the first session, what it was like? If you can take me back to that session, did you think you were going to be doing what we did?
No, I didn't. I remember it really clearly because it was different than what I thought, so I'm going in and I don't know what my expectations were. I think, again, coming from someone that's been active, the idea of starting a program in being like lying flat on the ground, I was like, what do you mean lying flat? Like, I'm not even going to be doing anything. Like, don't I have to be moving or doing something? But then, you coaching me through it, and I was like, wow, this is really challenging. Like, I was sweating, it was challenging, but it wasn't, it felt like, okay, I am doing something. But I definitely Looking back, I see how naive I was, and at the end of the day, I really don't know what to do. I might have a background in sports and in training and working out and stuff, but I didn't know how to solve that problem. I would have never put that together. I could have maybe tried to look at things from the internet, grab something here and there, but that's different than working with a professional who knows specifically how to help me with the problem I'm dealing with. And I was blown away. And I think even more so, in the moment, I was like, oh, impressed. Like, I feel like this is doing something. I feel more mobile. I can tell a difference between before and after the actual session we had. Mm-hmm. But then afterwards, I was like, I'm sore. Like, my abs are sore. Like, I feel like I did something, but I also feel like I didn't do anything at all because, in my mind, I thought I would have to be doing something, I don't know, something insane. Like, oh, I've got to solve this problem.
Like a real like movements or training.
Yeah, I thought I would be exerting myself more and in a different way.
Right.
But because it was simple, I think that threw me off. That it was so simple, but specific at the same time.
Had you tried anything else before you came to work with us?
Nothing specific to my back. I just more thought I needed to lose weight, so I was trying to lose weight by running, which was probably not the best approach. It definitely was more painful. That was really it, but I think I was in so much pain, I couldn't even see clearly about what the best path to take was. Like, I feel very fortunate that I had people that could recognize and identify with the problems I was having, and having done the program with you before, knew that there was a solution available. And just hearing other people share their experience.
Get out of the way. We're filming. Keep going.
Hearing other people share their experience is what helped me kind of step out of the fog of my own pain and be open to trying something new.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you did the movements, what were you thinking? Because that's one of the things that we always hear. Like, people will see our program, and they just think like, oh, my chiropractor gave me those movements, or my chiropractor has me do stretches, and I'm like, no, that's not what we do. It's not the same. So, like, did you have a thought like, what the heck?
I didn't have that thought, but when you say that, I completely understand what you're talking about, because I've since worked with other practitioners for other issues. And I know other people, I've got these exercises from PT, or I've got, and this program is so completely different in the way I experience it than, someone giving me some exercises or stretches to do on a sheet to do at home. I think what's powerful about this program is the specific cueing and the coaching that you get from doing it is where you feel the results. It's not just going through the motions. It's like creating powerful connections in your body that give you results.
Have your parents ever done the back?
They have.
Okay, what was their experience?
So my dad...
And you can just say Relief4Life when you...
Yeah. So my dad, he was taking care of my grandfather, his dad, who had Parkinson's. And with Parkinson's, my grandfather, he couldn't move very well. And so my dad would have to transfer him and help him do things in his daily life. And he was experiencing a lot of back pain, probably because he wasn't moving properly. And he found huge relief in the program, Relief4Life, in doing it consistently. And he was one of the people that convinced me to be open and give it a shot, because he went from constant back pain throughout the day, at night, to feeling strong and being able to care for his father and at the same time live his life pain-free as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
And then my mom, she works from home and is at the computer constantly. So at times she'll have back pain, and I know she started doing the program after he did it, and she does that anytime she finds she's experiencing some discomfort, pain. She does that, and it takes care of it right away.
Awesome. So When you came in, were you skeptical at all of like us being able to help you out?
Absolutely. I was super skeptical. I think because I thought I was going to be doing more, and I didn't understand how can something so simple help me. And just, I think my fear of it not working made me skeptical. I was scared, what if this doesn't work? Or I just had a lot of fear, but I was skeptical of like, is this really going to do anything? And then just seeing the results after one session and just hearing the experience of others is what kind of brought me around to being like, this really works.
Awesome. And do you remember how you felt after the first session? It was a long time ago.
After the first session, I remember feeling like, I feel like I kind of just worked out. But in a good way. I didn't feel like tired. I felt good in the sense of probably more connected with my body again. And in being optimistic about what's to come, the relief that I was going to experience. I definitely felt, I think I did, it felt really different because I had been so disconnected from my body that I felt like connected, and just how you feel after you've done something good for yourself physically.
Cool. Is there anything like now, years later, because you've done the program, you know more about the program now, that you would share about Relief for Life, like that what you've seen it do to other people, and anything that you can share on that?
Relief for Life is such a powerful program. Partly for me, I believe it's because of its simplicity. I can look online and there's a million different cures or options, and some are complex and some don't make sense. I like this program because it works. I've seen it work for me. I've seen it work for other people. It's simple and it gets you results. And it's not just something that is like you do once. It's something you can utilize your whole life, and not even just to get out of pain, but just, for your health in general.
Okay. That's awesome. You by now you've probably seen hundreds of people.
Yeah, with the people I've met that have done the program, I mean, it's in the hundreds that have done it. I know people that have been able to avoid surgeries from it. And just, I think back pain can be so debilitating, not only physically, but emotionally. Just seeing the improvement in how people feel emotionally as well as physically has been very powerful.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you can share, maybe like a story about you or about someone you know that sticks out in your mind about Relief for Life?
Yes, I was working with someone, actually taking them through the program after being certified with it, and this woman was in constant pain. She would come in to the session walking, her gait was off. She was hunched over. You could just tell she's in pain. She's not comfortable. And I did this program with her 3 times a week. And she was very diligent. She always came, was always on time, always had a really good attitude. And she was skeptical at first too, but after seeing the results after just one session, her mind was open and she was ready to put in the effort. And she just said, this is the best part of my day. And I've done PT, I've done these things. She's like, I don't even mess with that stuff anymore because this has been so powerful. The way she walks as soon as we're done with the session is incredible. She looks like a different person, not only again physically, but emotionally. She's different, and she swears by the program. She does it at home if she needs to, supplement what we did 3 times a week. But I mean, it was a life-changing thing for her. She said she was now looking forward to actually going on trips and doing stuff that she couldn't have imagined doing before because of how debilitating the back pain was.
Yeah, now that you bring that up, it might be good to share a little bit of your story about how you came into us and then you actually got certified and started working with us.
So I moved...
And your success story.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I came to do Relief for Life because I had back pain. I had tried to solve the problem before because I'd gained a lot of weight in a short amount of time. and about 60 pounds in like 4 months I'd gained. And so I felt very foreign in my body. I thought I could lose the weight, get rid of my back pain. I tried to do that, and it wasn't working for me. The pain was actually keeping me from losing weight in the way that I knew how to. So after being referred by my parents, who had seen great results doing the program, decided that I was desperate enough and I wanted to get out of pain and I wanted my life to change. And I came in for an assessment, and it was humbling because I felt at such a low point, physically, mentally, emotionally. And the first thing I had to do was do the Relief for Life program so I could get out of pain, because what you taught me was, we have to address this before you can get on to weight loss and things like that. So once that had been addressed, after doing it, I think probably 2 months, we'd done it 3 times a week, the Relief for Life program, I was feeling amazing. And then I went in to work with you one-on-one with the strength and conditioning training and working on not only nutrition, but also just other skills to adopt to help put my body in a healthy place to get to the goals that I had, which was to drop all the weight I had gained. Just simple things at night, like breathing, just other things to help me be healthy, and also working on my mindset, because I had a mindset that was very defeatist and I wasn't aware of it. And so, having your coaching to help me get into the headspace to set me up for success. And I wasn't always consistent. Things would come up in my life and I would put my health on the back burner. But when I finally committed, that I realized if I don't address this, all these other things in my life, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not being successful. And it really took me time to understand that I needed to take care of my body in order to see other areas of my life improve. And so when I finally made that realization, made that commitment, and came in consistently, I saw amazing results. I was able to drop roughly 60 pounds in about a year. And it wasn't overnight. It was just doing this, doing what I needed to do, doing it consistently, not getting hung up on the past, because I kept saying, I just want to be where I was. Mm-hmm. And, one of the things you helped me with is, let's talk about who you are going to be, who you are right now, taking the steps to get there, as opposed to kind of holding on to this past notion. And thank goodness, because I'm light years ahead of where I was, and I'm so grateful to be in the place I am. And so I worked hard, doing what I was told to do with the program and to see results. And I loved it so much, and it was so empowering. I mean, it truly changed my life, that it inspired me to share this journey with other people and help other people that are in a similar place. Because I was miserable. I hated my life. I hated myself. I didn't realize how much better things could be. And Relief for Life and doing the training after I was out of pain is been a big part of my healing journey. And so I definitely decided I wanted to share that with other people, because I know there's a lot of other people out there that are suffering and have suffered from pain and from being overweight, or I was obese at the time, and it was hard for me to accept that, and I was scared I wasn't going to be able to change. And just having someone there to coach me and show me how I can reach that success, I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. So I decided to take an opportunity to work with you guys, learn the program Relief for Life, help people get out of pain, and then continue to build on their success of feeling better and feeling good, and take them to the next level that they want to get to, which is usually they want to continue. People want to get better, improve their health after they're out of pain. They realize the value of what they've gained in life from taking care of their health, that they just continue on that journey. And that's how I'm here and why I'm able to speak to you today.
And so now you're pregnant.
I am. I'm pregnant now, 7 months.
And it's 7 years later since you started, and you're still doing the program, you said,
I
right?
am. I'm still doing the program. Again, now I've gained some weight in a small amount of time with the pregnancy, and I do these movements every day probably I do the Relief for Life program in some form or fashion. And for me, again, it's the physical relief, but it's also, again, knowing I'm taking care of my body, which in turn is taking care of, my child. And with being pregnant, and I'm sure this was true for me too, when I had gained a lot of weight when I wasn't pregnant, I'm less inclined to move. Movement's more challenging because I weigh more. It's not enjoyable. And so knowing that I'm doing something to help myself physically, even when I feel a resistance to it, I always feel better after I do it. And I know I'm taking care of my health and in turn taking care of my baby.
Awesome. Now, if there's somebody out there that's skeptical, that just is in your situation, but they're too skeptical, like what would you say to that person?
I would ask anybody that's skeptical to really ask themselves, do I want to feel better? Can I imagine feeling better than I do right now? And if you can sincerely ask yourself that, consider then being open to this program, because it will change your life. You will feel relief. And I don't think you'll ever look back after that.
Awesome. I think that's it. And is there anything else that you want to add about Relief for Life that might be powerful for people to know about, or anything that pops up that inspires you to inspire others maybe?
Relief for Life is such an amazing program, I think because of its simplicity, but it's also because you can do it anywhere and you don't need anything special to do it. It's something you can do anywhere, anytime, get relief, and see results. And consistency is key, was for me, but really just the simplicity of the program and the results it gets you is so powerful. I wouldn't even bother looking anywhere else. Don't look at things that you need to buy or, anything like that. You can get life-changing results just doing this simple program.